Hello my beautiful friends and welcome back. Thank you for joining me once again, and if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell for a notification of when I drop something new. So today I'm starting a mini series, and in this one I'm going to show you how to shape tips. I'm going to use our almond tips and I'm going to use the tapered square tip, and in this video I will be covering how to do a ballerina and a coffin, and I'm going to start off using these almond tips first, and I'm going to show you the different curves in the tips as well. So with these almonds, they are quite it's like a standard salon shape. It's quite a flat tip, so it is pretty much suitable for any nail bed type whatsoever. It has a decent flexibility at the contact area as well, so yeah, you'll be able to do like super flat nails, and you'll be able to do the nails that have a natural C curve in the nail bed as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to find the right size and get it glued on, and I'm just going to fast forward through that, and then we'll get to the shaping. So just a little reminder for when you're getting your correct tip size, make sure that you are looking from both sides, and make sure that you are pressing down those wings when you are gluing it on as well, the side wings. Now into the shaping. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to get the tip sorted first. So I'm going to file, and then I'm going to come in for the sides here. So I'm going to go straight in right on the end, keeping my file nice and flat, nice and straight, and I'm just going to file past to where that number finishes. You know, the numbers on the size numbers on the tips. I'm just filing that off. I'm using a 100 grit file, by the way. Now in for the side walls. Now I'm going to do it so I'm holding the file dead straight from where the free edge begins right to down to the corner of the flat tip that I just filed. So keeping that straight, and I'm just filing in a straight line until it becomes a little slim. I'm taking out that very slight curve that the tip has, making it dead straight. Now a little bit of filing at a time, and then keep looking from the top down. Look from the sides, check that they are exactly the same. And then I use a 180, and because these are wellless, there's no really need to blend, but I do blend the wings. Now obviously, as you know, all of my work that I do is sculpting, so I've literally bought these tips just to be able to do tutorials with for the people that just use tips, because there's no point me leaving you out, that's just mean. So yes, that's how much I love you guys, you know, that's true love there, come on. So yeah, just blend in just the wings, because I do redesigns, I need to put down a clear base. So I've got something to file back to. So, and also for optimal adhesion and to protect it from getting stained as well, just generally on the natural nail area. So I don't blend the whole thing, I just blend away the wings, because it's just adding size, it's adding bulk. So there you have your ballerina shape. Now it is flexible enough around this area here to be able to give it a slight pinch, but you can't really do it towards the tip, just purely because of the shape and the structure of the tip. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to chop it down and turn it into a coffin shape now, a shorter coffin. I tend to do relevant to how long the nail is. So the longer the nail, the slimmer I want the tip to be, so that's why it ends up being like a ballerina. For shorter nails, that would just look very strange, or a lot of the time it does look very strange. They end up look like kitten claws, but not actual kitten style claws. They just look like they've gone wrong, look like cat nails, you know. So all I've done, I cut it down to size with my little scissors, and a tad more filing on either side of the wall. You literally saw a tad, you know, and here presto, you're done, because you've already got the shape. So, and it does, if you do the same thing on all 5 nails, you will get exactly the same result, because you filed them in exactly the same way. Now let's move on, and we will use the tapered square, and I'll show you how to get a ballerina and coffin from one of these instead. Sometimes it's not viable to purchase both, you know. Some people are starting off, some people can't afford to, you know. I'm not crazy, I'm a mum myself, I've got my business to run, I've got my home to run, I've got the kids to feed, I don't get no help, you know. We work our butts off. So I know the struggle can be real sometimes, you know, such is life. But if you can't afford to get both, or don't want both, then there is an option to be able to do it with the tapered as well. All you need is a pair of scissors. You don't have to use your scissors, you could just hand file it right from the start, but I find getting the basic shape lined out with a pair of scissors makes more sense. So, as you saw, these have a really nice C-curve in them, and they are very flexible, so they're really nice to use. So again, I'm going to get the right size and glue it on, and I will fast forward again. Now when you're sizing up these ones with C-curves, make sure that you have about 1 millimetre extra as an overhang for both sides, because when you stick them down, sometimes they can lose their size a little bit. So it's always better to slightly oversize them, and sometimes they can be a bit too tight on people depending on how flat their natural nail is. So as you can see, come in with a pair of scissors, and I'm basically cutting in the shape of the ballerina as a rough shape, a rough guide. Make sure you don't go anywhere near the skin so you don't chop them, because it'll hurt. And we're doing exactly the same thing as we did with the almond. Hold your file at a straight angle from the beginning of the free edge of the natural nail to the corner of the tip, as well as having a look every couple of goes to make sure that your shape is going as according to plan. It's very easy to over file, so literally little file, have a look, little file, have a look, because you know, once you go past that point, then it's crap. Then you're having to soak off a plastic tip, you know, pain in the ass. And there is your ballerina shape. And then again with the coffin, if you've already got it in this shape, you've already got your coffin. Cut it down, and then all we have to do is come back in with a file just to neaten it up again. So take a little bit more there, a little bit there. Make sure they're equal, and come in with my 180 and just blend in these wings. Yep, so after I just casually knocked my light and phone off the desk, sorry, So yeah, just coming in with my 180 and just going over the sides over the tip, and here presto, so there you go. So from this angle, from the end, they end up looking relatively quite similar. You can tell there's a very small C-curve remaining still in it, but because they're a lot shorter, obviously, it's going to lessen. No pinching, obviously, as you can see, there's no product or anything like that, but you can pinch them both. And there you go, hey presto. Thank you for joining me, as always. If I had to choose which one is better for Ballerina and Coffin, I would definitely be going with the clear Almond. Definitely. Cuts out a lot of work a lot easier. So I will have another one in this mini-series coming for you very soon. And I'll see you next time. Stay slaying!